Hello everyone, welcome to Mathematics of Standard 5. This is me Shipra Goyal and the topic that we are going to learn today is time and temperature. The contents of the chapter would be 12-hour clock and a 24-hour clock, and the conversion of time, then duration of time and days, temperature, and then conversion of degree Fahrenheit into degree Celsius and vice versa, that is degree Celsius into degree Fahrenheit. There is a 12-hour clock in front of you. Towards the right of the side of the clock we have the name written past, and towards the left we have the name written to. And near 12 it is o'clock, and when it is at quarter we can use 3 and 9, they both are representing quarters, and when it's close to 6 it's representing 6. Now we all know how to read this 12-hour clock. We have learned how to read this 12-hour clock. For example, if the hour hand is at 3 and the minute hand is at 12. The hour hand is at 3 and the minute hand is at 12. What is the time that's represented? It is 3 o'clock. And if by chance the hour hand is at 3 and the minute hand is at, this is the hour hand and the minute hand is at 4. So then we say 20 minutes past 3. When the hour hand is between 3 and 4 and the minute hand is at 6, then we say that half past 3. When the hour hand is at between 3 and 4 and the minute hand is at 9, we say quarter to the next hour, quarter to 4. So this is how this quarter and 2 and these o'clocks works. Moving on to the next slide, the 24-hour clock is there. We never find a 24-hour clock looking into this shape of circle. We have the 24-hour clock, that's digital clock. But just to make it a little easy for you, I have taken this figure where 13 is represented by 1, 14 is represented by 2, 3 is represented by 15, 4 by 16 and so on. The 24-hour clock does not have AM and PM times. To change an AM time to the 24-hour time, you just need to do anything. You just need to write a 0 before the single digit hour, and 12 AM in this case changes to 00. But when it comes to PM, for the 24-hour time, you have to add 12 to the hour, and then when you add 12 to the hour, you get the time in 24-hour clock. If the hour hand is 12 PM, then it does not change. But if it is anything else like 1 PM, then it becomes 13.00. So 13:00 in 24-hour time actually represents 1 PM. Now, how to convert a 24-hour and a AM PM clock? Add 12 to the hours between 1 and 11:59 PM. We are just talking about PM, and we eliminate PM and convert it by adding 12. So 1 PM is 1 plus 12, 13 hours. 2 PM is 2 plus 12, 14 hours. 3 PM is 3 plus 12, 15 hours. Similarly, 4 PM is 16 hours and 5 PM is 17 hours. Remove PM and write hours and add 12 to the hour part, but this can only happen in the PM. If it is AM, then no changes occur to the AM. It's only AM is replaced by the word hours. Now we have a question: convert the given time to 24-hour clock time. Jayesh is going to play football at 4 PM. 4 PM, how do we convert PM into 24-hour? We just add 12 to the hour. So 4 plus 12, it will be 16 hours. The next question is: the aircraft from America landed at 2 AM. Now it's AM. AM, we simply remove AM and write hours. And if it is a single digit, we add a 0 before the digit and the number becomes 02:00 hours. Pam sat down to have dinner at 9:30 PM. Add 12 to the hours, that is 9 plus 12, you get 21:30 hours. I went for a walk at 6 a.m. AM again doesn't require a change, so 6 a.m. means 6 hours. Moving on to the next question, convert the given time to 12-hour clock time, AM or PM. Now, the flight landed at 14 hours. 14 is not there in a simple analog clock, so we need to subtract 12, and what do we get? We get 2 PM. Then a man goes for a walk at 19 hours every day. 19 is again a number which is not there in the analog clock. Subtract 12 and what do you get as the answer? 7 PM. Remove the hours and write PM. PM means prime meridian. The rooster crows at 16 hours every day. Subtract 12 from 16, you get 4 PM. Subtract 12 from 16 and you get 4 PM. Now we are going to learn about the first topic, conversion of time. The units of time that are used here are 1 year is equal to 12 months and 1 year is equal to 365 days. 1 year is also equal to 52 weeks. On the other hand, 1 week is equal to 7 days. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Remembering these units of time, we can do the conversion of time from one to another. But just remember important fact, that is in a leap year, February has 29 days, due to which the year has 366 days. Whenever we are converting a bigger unit to a smaller unit, we multiply. Now, with what factor do we multiply? It depends upon into what we are converting. Whenever we are converting from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, we divide. Now the question says tick the correct answer and cross the wrong ones. To convert hours into minutes, hours is a bigger unit, we have to convert it into a smaller unit, we have to multiply. So we cannot divide, so this question should be wrong. Yes, it's wrong. And even if we multiply, we have to multiply by 60. Because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now minutes into seconds. Again a bigger unit into a smaller unit, we have to multiply. Do we divide by 60? No, we multiply by 60. There are 24 minutes in a day. Is it so? I don't know. There are 24 hours in a day, so it is incorrect. 5 minutes are equivalent to 300 seconds. If you want to convert minute into seconds, what are you going to do? You have to multiply by 60. So 5 into 60 is 300. So the answer is correct. 5 minutes is equal to 300 seconds. The next question is, there are 86400 seconds in a day. This is true. 1 day is equal to 24 hours, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Multiply them all and you get the answer as 86,400 seconds in a day. So it is correct. Fill in the blanks. 3 years and 40 days is equal to how many days? We are not going to just fill in the blank. We are going to solve such questions. 1 year is equal to 365 days. We have to convert it into days. So we are using this factor. 1 year is equal to 365 days. So 3 into 365 plus 40 daes. 40 days we are not going to convert because it is already in days. We just convert the year part into days by multiplying it by 360. Do you do the multiplication, you get the answer as 1095 plus 40. So the answer is 1135, that is 1135 days. Now we have to convert 546 days into months and days. So whenever a smaller unit is to be converted into a bigger unit, now days is a smaller unit, months is a bigger unit. What do? We divide. By what are we going to divide? We are going to divide it by 30 because 30 days make 1 month. So 546 has to be divided by 30, and when we do the division we get the quotient as 18 and remainder as 6. The quotient gives you the answer to the months and the remainder gives you the answer to the days. So the answer is 18 months and 6 days. Convert the year and days into days. 14 years and 46 days. 1 year is equal to 365 days. So 14 into 365, plus 46, which is already in days. 14 into 365, what do we get? We get 5110 as the answer, plus 46 days. So the answer is 5156 days. Convert the month in days into days. What do we get? 8 months and 70 days. Month has to be converted to days. Bigger unit to smaller unit, we multiply. 1 month is equal to 30 days. So 8 months is equal to 8 into 30 plus 17 days, which is already in days. Multiply and you get 240 plus 17 to 57 days. Convert the hours into minutes and seconds. A bigger unit into smaller unit. 143 hours. 143 hours has to be multiplied by 60 to get it converted into minutes. Do the multiplication and the answer that you get is 8580 minutes. Now we have to convert it into seconds too. You can directly convert it into seconds, or you can multiply the answer that you have got, and in minutes you can multiply it by 60 to get it into seconds. Here I have used 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds, so I'm going to directly multiply with that, and the answer that I get here is 5,14,800 seconds. Convert the minutes into seconds. Now 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, so a bigger unit has to be converted into a smaller unit. Multiply with the given factor, that is 60. 110 into 60, we get the answer as 6600 seconds. Convert the following as instructed. The first one states 360 seconds, you have to convert it into minutes. How do you convert a smaller unit into a bigger unit? By dividing. 60 seconds make 1 minute. So 360 divided by 60, you get the quotient as 6 and the remainder as 0. So the answer is 6 minutes. D part, 1753 minutes, you have to convert it into hours and minutes. Now how do you convert it into hours? You convert it into hours by dividing by 60. 60 minutes make 1 hour. So 1753 divided by 60, what do you get? 29 as the quotient and 13 as the remainder. So 29 hours and 13 minutes is the answer to this question. Convert the following as instructed. 876 hours into days and hours. Whenever you have to convert hours into days, what do? You divide. 24 hours into 1 day. So you divide 876 by 24. Yeah, the answer that you get as the quotient is, after division, 36 as the quotient and 12 as the remainder. The quotient goes into days because we have converted them, and 12 remainder becomes the hours. So 36 days and 12 hours is the answer. Now the H part, 1062 days, we have to convert it into months and days. How do we convert into months? By dividing by 30, because 30 days make 1 month. Upon dividing by 30, the quotient is 35 and the remainder is 12. So 35 becomes the month and 12 goes into the days part. So 35 months and 12 days. Convert the following as instructed. 648 months into years. Now months into years. 12 months make 1 year. Smaller unit into a bigger unit, we have to divide 648 by 12. Divide it and you get the quotient as 54 and the remainder as 0. So answer is 54 years. Thank you for watching the video. We are going to meet in the next video with interesting topics of time. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Bye bye for now. Keep working hard.